ICE faces massive overhaul to ramp up deport. Thank God. See, they've been watching the videos. They finally have been watching the videos. I've been waiting on this for a while. Feds capture the alleged ICE agitators. Thank God.
We're about to hear from the feds in California any moment now, following a dramatic pre-dawn raid caught exclusively by Fox News.
See these guys?
It ended with the arrest of an anti-ICE activist, one who was accused of smashing the windows of immigration agents' vehicles. Look at that, earlier this year during
and
an
you think about, again, like whenever you do that and you destroy a person's mirror, you make a car unsafe to drive. And so now at this point, this individual has now endangered everybody else on the road and on public roads because they've decided to be violent. And so this is the reason why, like, and this is the kind of stuff that like people don't really think about because they're retarded. They're just retarded. And so the fact is that whenever you do something like that, you negatively affect a lot of things beyond just yourself. Glad they caught these idiots? Yeah, exactly.
Raid on a Southern California pot farm.
You make
Our
a
correspondent Matt Finn has got exclusive live details for this. On this, he's in Camarillo, California. For us,
see it,
Matt.
Hey, John, you may recall there was a pretty notable immigration raid on a pot farm here in Camarillo earlier.
Wasn't it weird how whenever they did that raid, there were a bunch of kids there? That's crazy. Wow. It must have been bring your kid to work day, huh?
Summer, some pretty disturbing viral video out of that. Suspects throwing rocks and objects at federal agents' cars as they exited their immigration raid that included hundreds of arrests. That was back in July. Well, this morning, we were exclusively on hand in a pre-dawn sting as HSI arrested a
gotcha, bitch. Oh, gotcha, bitch.
Guy in a dark alleyway. They say Issei Carrillo is seen in that viral video throwing rocks at federal cars. Carrillo is allegedly part of an anti-ICE activist group that intentionally blocked the federal agent cars on the pot farm and then ambushed the agents on the way out. HSI says at least 4 vehicles were damaged in that attack and a federal contractor was injured after a rock and shards of glass struck their hand. Carrillo is expected to be federally charged with conspiracy to impede or injure a federal officer. Now, this is all a part of a broader sweep.
See, they need to do this, and they need to have him give out the names to everybody else, and then just get all of them. Because I'd be fine giving him a light sentence. You know, you get like 5 years, but we got to get 10. We need 10 more people. I say something like this, right? Like this is what I would tell him. I would say, we're going to put you in jail for 30 years. For every person you give us, you get 1 less year. See what happens.
Morning happening across Southern California, targeting people who engage in alleged violence against
trust his names? Well, yeah, of course, I verify his names. Of course, I mean, like, I would say if they get convicted, right? I mean, not just, you just give us names. Duh, of course.
Enforcement during this summer's immigration raids in the LA area. We expect a press conference at any moment to give us full details. Also this morning, as we were embedded with HSI, there was a female, a target, they had a warrant for her arrest, but she narrowly escaped, and we believe she's going to be named a fugitive. Back to you.
In fact, Matt, we're going to go from you in Camarillo to downtown Los Angeles, and here's the acting U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California, Bill Asale.
In response to recent immigration enforcement actions in Los Angeles. To date, we have charged 97 individuals either with assault or impeding of federal agents engaged.
Not enough. It should be over 1,000.
In immigration enforcement operations, and we will continue to charge more as we obtain the evidence. Earlier this summer, federal agents engaged in law enforcement operations targeted at removing illegal immigrants who entered the United States unlawfully.
That's right.
In response, large protests began to form throughout the Los Angeles area. I want to be very clear. Every American has a right
to... See, this is this bullshit that everybody always has to say because people intentionally and deliberately, dishonestly misinterpret it. But the fact is that it's very obvious that you can protest against something without throwing bricks at a car. Like, that's the thing, is everybody knows, like, it's not about protesters. It's about brick throwers.
Peacefully protest. What is not constitutionally protected is a right to engage in violence or to impede federal agents by assaulting, doxing,
True.
or obstructing their operations.
True.
On July 10th, law enforcement officers were executing a court-ordered search warrant at locations in Ventura County. Protesters, including members of an organization named VC Defensa, came to the site of the search warrants. VC Defensa is an organization that operates and manages what they call a rapid response network designed to impede federal agents and their enforcement operations. And that warrant is what you see on the camera there at the marijuana farm where the agents were attempting to leave. In one of the criminal complaints today, we are charging 2 members of VC Defensa for conspiring.
Should charge every single one of them. If they were there, and you should figure out who it was that was there. With conspiracy. Charge them with conspiracy.
To impede and injure federal law enforcement officers. These 2 VC Defensa members went to the protests on July 10th in Ventura County and acted with others to assault enforcement vehicles and officers. One of the members charged in the complaint used her vehicle to block U.S. government vehicles from leaving the location, while another member and others ambushed the vehicles by throwing rocks at them. And those images went viral.
They did.
Several government vehicles were damaged, and a federal contract employee was injured as a rock went through her vehicle window, shattering the glass and striking her. And you're going to hear more about that case here shortly. Separately, in another incident that you also see on the TV here, on June 8th in downtown Los Angeles Civic Center, a group of agitators used the protests as an excuse to throw rocks, bottles, and other objects at officers, injuring several of them. Government and private property were vandalized. Los Angeles police declared an unlawful assembly, yet the violence continued. 9 of the defendants charged in that second criminal complaint were filmed on cell phones by local news and other media, throwing rocks, bottles, and objects, including objects on fire from an overpass.
This is the kind of stuff that these people are saying are, this is their idea of protesting. So whenever I advocate that, like, people like this, like, listen to what they're doing, these are the people that I'm advocating should be put in jail. Not the people that are protesting, but the people that are throwing flaming objects and bricks at cars.
On Main and Los Angeles Street here in downtown LA, onto the CHP officers and their vehicles. 2 defendants charged in today's complaint were recorded lighting debris on fire and throwing it at CHP vehicles,
that's not protest.
pouring what appeared to be flammable liquid, which increased the size of the flames. The officers and vehicles were on the freeway after removing demonstrators who had marched onto the freeway to block traffic lanes. During the mayhem, one CHP vehicle was set ablaze. Officers were trapped while an angry mob threw debris at them from above.
That's wild.
9 individuals in that mob are charged with obstructing, impeding, and interfering with law enforcement during a civil disorder. That is a felony, a federal felony that carries a statutory maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison.
That's it? Oh, we got to get those numbers up. 5 years. Come on.
Lastly, federal agents today also arrested Giovanni Canil, a Boyle Heights resident who pepper sprayed a vehicle while the FBI SWAT officers were inside of it. Those officers were at a scene of a search warrant execution at Ambiance Apparel, a business in downtown LA on June 6th. Canil is charged with pepper spraying them as they left the scene, causing injuries to at least 2 officers. Again, these are criminal complaints and allegations. Everyone is entitled to a presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law. As we have said many times, violence in any form, specifically targeted at law enforcement, is unacceptable and illegal. You will be arrested, you will be charged, and you will face serious prison time. For those people who disagree with federal immigration laws,
you don't get to throw bricks.
You need to take it up with Congress.
Yes.
Congress passed those laws, and we are obligated to enforce them.
True.
We will not tolerate violence against officers who are simply doing their job. Yeah, and this,
Thank God.
I want to be clear, this is not a game. I think some people out there think this is some sort of a game or political stunt, and you have elected officials who are encouraging this behavior. The consequences here are extremely serious. Just
He's
last
actually calling him out.
week, we had an individual who
I've
rammed
been
his
waiting on
vehicle
this.
at our agents, and he was shot by law enforcement. So not
Rip
only was he
Bozo.
shot, he was also charged with assault, and now he's looking up to 20 years in federal prison. So again, this is
You love to hear it, bro. Ooh.
in a game.
Got
Not
him.
only are these actions dangerous, they're also ineffective. We have not and we will not
That's true, yeah. You ain't gonna do shit. You think you just stand in front of a truck and then the federal government is just gonna decide, you know what, let's just go home? No.
stop our immigration enforcement operations. Nothing will stop us. Nothing. So with that, I want to turn it over to Eddie Wang, the special agent in charge of Homeland Security
man.
investigations
You love to hear
here
it.
in Los Angeles.
Oh, you love to hear it.
All right, so there's Bill Asaley, the acting U.S. Attorney for
Wow.
the Central District of California, talking
So
about
doing good
these
shit.
arrests, some
not
of
a
them
movie, yeah.
in connection with the violent clash between protesters and ICE agents at that pot farm in Camarillo back in the summertime. Bill Asaley, Sanders, saying this is not a game and it's not going to stop ICE and the federal government from enforcing the laws of the United States of America. Asaley saying that if people have got a problem with it, take it up with Congress.
We have not. We will not stop. Nothing will stop us. You heard it there. This is not a joke. This is incredible.
That's right. Yeah, you can cry, you can bitch, you can moan, you can make your little protests. You start throwing bricks, you're gonna go to jail, and it's gonna continue, bro.
Still look at this
Thank
video
God.
and think this actually
Was this where they had
happened.
children
And
working? Yep, that's
obviously
right.
Bill Asaley means business, Sean.
Well, the guy who was on the throwing end of that rock now in custody and facing some serious jail time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
They gotta put him in jail for more than 5 years, bro. Like that should be honestly, that should be like a 15-year situation. Like you throw a brick at a federal officer building or a vehicle like that, and it destroys it. I mean, like 100%. Feds watch your stream. They should. Now, honestly, I wish they watch it more. Maybe y'all could get learn something. Well, holy shit, y'all fucking around all the time with these clowns. Yeah, 15-year minimum. Yeah, a little RICO action, a little something, right? I mean, something's got to happen. I mean, damn, they just let them run wild, and it's just makes me so annoyed, man. It really does. But I guess that's what happens, right? And 5 is enough, I believe. I mean, 5 is a good start. I mean, I accept 5. 5 is okay, right? I'm not mad about 5. My first time calling ICE, American citizen. Wait. Okay. All right, we gotta watch this one. Okay.
Today was my first time calling ICE. I went to McDonald's this morning. The menu screen was broken. So I was like, the menu screen is broken. And she said, do you want a number 2? I said, no, ma'am, I'm just letting you know that the menu screen is broken. She said, do you want a number 2? I said, do you understand me? I said the menu.
What does this sign mean?
Screen is broken. Okay, you
that?
want a
No
2?
parking?
Well, just pull around. So I'm like, oh my God, this lady don't understand nothing that I'm saying. So when I pull around to the window, I said, the menu screen back there is broken. She said, oh, you don't want a number 2? And I'm like, why does she keep saying number 2? I'm trying to tell her that the menu screen is broken. I said, well, let me just talk to your manager. Because now at this point, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you really don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? There's no
This is what they do is they have whenever you work at a McDonald's, there's a test that they have with all of the employees there on proficiency in English, and the person that scores the worst on it gets to work the drive-through.
communication here. You don't understand English.
Yeah, we all know this.
So she
Everybody
says,
knows this.
hold on. And then this
Yeah.
dude walks from, I was like, I'm just trying to let her know that the menu screen back there is broken.
Yeah.
He was like, the menu screen? I said, yeah, the screen with the menu, that's the food.
The
on it.
the
I said,
manager?
it's broken. He said, the menu screen. I said, oh, so you don't understand anything that I'm saying either? I said, are you a manager? I said, does anybody in here speak English?
He says, no, I'm California.
They looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, so I'm like, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to call ICE on you, motherfuckers. I said, because there's no way that all you guys is in here working and you can't understand what I'm saying.
No.
And the only thing you keep saying is, do I want a number two? As soon as I said that, you should have seen how fast that lady closed that window and locked it, and they both moved away where you couldn't see them no more. So yeah, I
shouldn't have said that.
I called ICE, and I filled out a form too.
Damn.
All these little fast food joints, they got all these people working in them.
Yeah.
These franchises during COVID, they brought their people over here on these work visas. And they don't understand a lick of motherfucking English. And all
that's a fact. If you don't know English, you don't need to be working at a fucking job here in the U.S. English is the national language. You don't know English, you don't need to be working here. Get the fuck out.
Them jobs like McDonald's and all
fact.
that's where our
fact.
youth used to work at. Now they got these grown ass motherfuckers in here taking these jobs from these kids, and they don't even understand English. I'm sorry, but most applications ask for experience.
Experience with English, though?
So where are they getting experience from if they can't even speak fucking English? That experience should be going to our American kids.
Yep. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Absolutely.
ICE, come on, to Washington State. Please come to Washington State. And it's not just Latinos. It's Latinos, it's Africans, and it's these Indians from India. These three groups, they need to get a check on them. Because they are migrating here, and then once they get here, they're not fulfilling their work visas. They're not even learning how to speak English, and half of them is illegals. So come on, ICE, come to Washington State. It's time to clean up house, because Patty Murray, Maria Cantwell, and Bob Ferguson, they're Marxists. They're socialists.
Oh, shit.
Patty Murray's added on 36, has been in office 36 years. It's time for these people to go.
36
So
years?
please, if Trump, get this to Trump, because it's time for y'all to come to Washington. It's not.
So they just, honestly, you know what? There should be, you know what we should have? The Steve Miller McDonald's audit. Steve Miller goes to McDonald's, live streams it, or it gets recorded. And if the person there can't fucking speak English, they call him in. Oh my God.
It's Portland. It's not just Portland. And don't just go to Seattle, because they've pushed everybody to the suburbs. You guys are going to have to start going to the suburban areas now. When you go to the inner city, go to the entire county, all the surrounding counties.
Yeah.
Because they've pushed them out. So if ICE want to make a good sweep, yeah, don't stick in the inner cities. Start going out a little bit further. Go over to the next city, then the other city, the adjacent cities. Yeah, because that's where you're going to find the ones like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them got to go.
It's not wrong. It's not
All
wrong.
of them. Round them all up. Anytime you're going to keep asking me, do I want a number two?
Don't want a number. Man, people just had enough of this shit, huh?